forgot my mic was turned off, but now I believe you can hear me. Let me just check if that's the case, and then we will be able to get this round 3 of Tier 4 here in Bahrain started with. We're 4 minutes early, and that means 4 minutes until qualifying. We have 16 drivers so far. Believe we are gonna get more. We still have 3 minutes now left until the start of the session, so and can you hear me? Right, yes you can, and now let me just check on something real quick. So last week, if I remember to take you back to last week, we had the top 2 absolutely dominating the race. Khan and Wine won the race last week on Wednesday in Austria. Will we see a repeat of their dominance? Oliver B closely followed behind them. Vax, of course, started on pole position, fell down to P3, was pretty unlucky, but will we see a repeat of Khan and Wine's dominance, or will it be Oliver B 7-3-2? I believe it was a mixed race. We had rain at the end, it was chaotic. But let's see what we will have. I'm assuming it's going to be way closer than it was at last round, Conan and Oliver. I believe maybe we might see a slight mix-up if we have stable conditions here in Bahrain. It's very dry in Bahrain. You're unlikely to get rain, but could we get any rain throughout about 2 hours of this qualifying and race session? We'll have to find out later, but Austria was a real symbol of strategy, if you ask me. Kanan and Oliver picked the right strategy. They won by over 40 seconds in the end, which is a crazy gap for both drivers to win by. And when they chose the right strategy, it never seemed in doubt. So let's see what we will have this race. We might see a lot of mix-up. Bahrain, very different track to Austria. It's got 15 corners if I do remember right. So it's a longer layout. It's about a minute and a half to complete a lap here in Bahrain. About 2 seconds quicker if you account qualifying pace. As it ticks to 7 PM now, and we are ready with the session to begin with. And yes, it does have 15 corners. Corner 14 and 15, they basically account to one corner, but they are separate on the track map. It's relatively high speed, medium speed around the second sector with turn 5, 6 and 7 chicane. It's pretty high speed around there. and you're looking to go fast into turn 8, and of course you have the hairpin of turn 11, and as well as turn 4, which is pretty wide here in Bahrain. And we have seen some dives being made around the turn 10. Do you remember back to Fernando Alonso on Lewis Hamilton for P5 only in 2023? That was very recent, and I believe we might get some more overtakes. The main overtaking opportunity is, of course, at turn 1. You have a long straight here in Bahrain, a long main straight, and you get DRS down it. We have only 3 DRS zones here. So relatively a few DRS zones, I guess you would say, more than the average. And of course, through turn 4, you could overtake, so both the hairpins. Turn 1 and turn 4 is where you're gonna look to make your moves done. You've got heavy DRS helping you, and if you can just stick to the tail of the car through turn 1, 2 and 3, then you're gonna have a good chance at turn 4 as we now ready up, heading into the session. We've got 18 drivers. It seems to be relatively full, and we are ready to go for qualifying, and it is full qualifying followed by 29 races in this medium length Bahrain session. And here we go. We are readying up, and we are going to begin this session, and it's interesting to see what will happen. It's a very different layout, and I am ready to do it. Of course, your money would be on Vax, starting on pole position in Austria. Of course, being unlucky was a strategy, but apart from that, they had pace. So your money would be on them, but anything can happen in Bahrain. It's an overtaking circuit, unlike others, so anything could happen, and I'm ready to begin qualifying, and it is full qualifying, so let's see who makes it to Q2. And it is dry in Bahrain, and of course, like Bahrain, it is night time to begin qualifying and the race. And we have now most people going out on their outlap, and let's see the tyre situation. We've got Navleski Polak doing an outlap on into tyres, getting to grips with a complex layout here in Bahrain, I would say. It's quite complex, I mean, you've got a lot of low speed corners around a relatively high speed track. And right, we have most people now a split between medium and soft tyres. Of course, people being safe with the banker lap. Track limits are quite hard around Bahrain, especially through this corner, turn 12 and 13, as we see the STA Play 90 going around it. And Tobias now, one of the first to start their flying lap. I do apologise, they're following Tahas quite closely, who is also on a flying lap. Clean through turn 1, getting a good exit is important around Bahrain, especially to launch you from the straight. From the hairpins. Right. Tobias now. Setting the pace through sector 1. Could they keep this up? It's a bit squirrely around the chicane of 5, 6 and 7. And will that be good enough? I don't know, they seem to have no grip on those soft tyres. And they are just sliding all over the track, and let's see. They've got a good release from the hairpin. And I am back with the racing, but I was gone away for a minute, and I do promise it was for a good reason. And here we are. We have Taz now. Taz, are you in the session? Taz. And we have the McLaren spinning it into the wall at... There's an echo. There's an echo on your microphone. I have no idea how to fix that. Are you in the lobby? Game lobby? Yeah, the game lobby.
For me, it says you're in Singapore.
What do you mean? I was in Singapore like 2 hours ago.
Oh. Swift.
Let me just invite you again.
No, I'm in the game.
Alright. Anyway, we see the first one putting their Alpine in P1 for Q1. It is +5 with 129.7. That is a pretty decent time compared to the rest of the field, but you do want to see improvements. You know they can do better, about 8 tenths better. And we still have a P13 to P18 not setting a lap time.
I'm on board with one of the Ferraris and that's it. The next person I think to set a lap would be that. That's really on like a push lap. Or his teammate.
going fast through sector 1. Setting the purple first sector. Could they keep it up through sector 2 as they go around the bend of turn 9 very nicely.
Backstreet.
And second.
Passes sector 2.
And they go good exit from turn 13 now down to turn 14 and 15 to start the pit straight. Could they make it to provisional best lap time for Q1? They're going fast so far, enabling to DRS to give them that extra few miles per hour, and they do take it with a 129.7. It is marginally ahead of P2, but
Edits off, edits off. Oh, you're right. Nearly smashed into the barrier of it. BP Roberts on his outlap. You said he should be sent to tier 8, so trying to prove you wrong.
I'm not quite sure who's going to do that on medium tyres.
I guess. Mr. K Weaver said 29.2 in the first sector. Like 3 tenths off of his original pole in Q1.
Someone who has improved is Necessity Polak, going up to P3 with a 129.8. He's a Williams driver, so I'm rooting for him.
I mean, Wavy's 7th. So. I don't know where my other driver is.
Oh, you should fire him. No, he is going to make it for the race. He actually texted in the chat.
Mr. K Wheeler coming up to the pit straight now. And DRS all his lap B, and only getting 12th for 130.5. Jesus was Milan then has invalidated his lap. I was on his outlap. Max coming into the pits. EP Roberts was 4 tenths up on his time in sector 2. Now he's coming up to the pit straight. He's getting like 9 tenths to be in front of Wee Callum. And he doesn't get that. He gains 8 tenths, but not enough. 1 tenth off Wee Callum. Around 1 second off the pace.
And turn 1 now, I believe they're going around turn 4, and they are taking their first sector time.
Elliot's on his outlap. Carry on the long straight in sector 2. Elliot starting his lap. Ordered Elliot here. Goes around turn 1. Pretty nasty, catching a little bit at the curb. And now nearly losing it there. Lose turn 2. 3. Around turn 3, nearly spun that. Very appalling there. Not a very good first sector time of 30.3. Room for some real improvements. Nearly losing it. Just doesn't seem like he has the grip. Karen didn't get a good lap in on those softs.
And they won't get a good lap in as they're out of fuel and out of ERS.
Evip's on a very, very bad lap. He's messed up. He's messed up like 2 seconds. Sector 1, nearly spinning it again at the end of Sector 2. Oh, this is very shaky from Evip. I don't think he'll be able to get himself out into Q2 if he keeps up this pace. Very shaky, no grip on the tyres. And he can only set a 133.
And now, bottom of the pile, P18 is Jesus' Milan. They haven't set a lap time yet, and they'll have to get a clean lap through if they want to advance.
I don't know if Everett's pushing again. He might be. Everett nearly spun it. Jesus. It's 8 tenths down. Looks like he is pushing, but he's nearly spinning out on every corner. Hands in the pits. He really needs to go in the pits, come straight out if he wants to try and get himself out of Q. Oh, it looks like Buzzers went onto wet. I think it's just neutral there. He went back onto the softs. Milan's on his outlap. Evip's the only person that's pushing, but he just doesn't any pace. It looks like he is going to try and maybe go for one lap, nearly spinning it again. Jesus. James has joined. If they just get it to quali and do one more lap. But James is here.
And now DPR Roberts has to crucially improve. They're right on the cusp in P15, and they're gonna have to get a good lap time through, and they're currently going out on soft tyres. New soft tyres for the Mercedes driver, and they're gonna have to improve or else they'll be out. So Jesus is Milan, their teammate now, going around the bend of turn 8 now, down to turn 9 and 10. It's a downhill here, starting another DRS straight. They don't get the best exit and they run wide through turn 10, but they keep it alive in terms of track limit, and they're going to need an improvement in their sector 3 time if they want to improve as they mess up like Cruiser. No, they spin at the exit of turn 11, and that is their lap over, and they might have to
Callum coming around the final corner. He's 6 tenths up on his time. This could put him in a provisional 4th, maybe trying to get 3rd. And he does the DRS and he gets pole! Callum gets provisional pole in Q1. What a lap from him. We'll see coming around the second turn now. And the Aston Martin in 6th. What can he do? Why is there 2 wee Callums?
Where are you seeing that?
Me said Milan.
We've got XD Wavy, your driver now. He's improving by 2 tenths on his sector 2 time. Now what can he do as he goes around turn 14 and 15 now, starting the main straight, and he crosses the line to put the Alfa Romeo up to P7. It's an improvement.
I think it would be enough.
That will be good enough.
Swifty is 400ths up on his time. In sector 1, let's see what happens in sector 2. He's around the 10th up. He gets the purple sector. So he sees the McLaren, to be honest. Now coming through the last turn actually. Looks like Wavy's done something there. Swifty, he can lose a little bit of time there. That means Now James, who came really, really late into Q1, is now on his lap, and this will be his only chance to try and get himself up into Q2.
We've got Khan and Wines. They won last week in Austria, and they're struggling in Bahrain. Currently in the drop zone with a 130.8, and that is very dangerous from the AlphaTauri driver. They're gonna have to find a few tenths to improve on.
And there's now going up. Let's just turn 6 now. This. He's coming around turn 10. Now, James coming around turn 11. Will he keep it clean and a pretty decent lap time? Yes. It looks like the McLaren of Tobias might be in trouble. James sets a 108.0. So it might, judging on the pace, if he can get out into Q2, this could be very good for James. He might have a little bit of time to just get used to the track a little bit more. But James is now coming through. He has DRS. Let's see what he can do. James goes up into 11th. That is enough, it looks like. DP Roberts 8 tenths up on his time. That's amazing. Really proving you wrong, ain't it? Then they should go down to tier 8. But Tobias is out.
Oh god.
DP Roberts is in P5. Amputee Evitt.
James is in.
He's 1.8 seconds up. He's
Yummy,
not
can
enough.
he improve to put above James? No, he can't, and the Red Bull just squeezes through in P15. Yummy T-Force in P15, and that will be enough to get them barely through to the Q2 session. And one Mercedes is out. Jesus is Milan. Haven't set a lap time all throughout this Q1 session, and they are rock bottom in P19.
We have Evitt in the Ferrari. Managed to gain 2.3 seconds on his final lap, but still puts him in 18th. Then Tobias in 17th in the McLaren, and Kay Wheeler gets in 16th for the Alpine. I mean, at least both Alphas are free, that's what I'm happy about.
Not full on. And one Williams is through, and that is Noveski Polak. I don't believe there is a second Williams, but at least one is through.
Both Haas, both Astons, one Merc, one McLaren, both Red Bulls, both Alphas, one Williams, both AlphaTauris, only one Alpine left. He's going to be leading. I should have led the McLaren, and on the McLaren, the Williams will set off first lap in Q2.
And now we have, I believe it is Williams now, the first driver to put in their flying lap story as they go through turn.
So it looks like the Williams now going to start his lap time. I'm going to be on board with him. Now, coming close, he's now coming up turn 1. Takes a little bit off the curb there. Oh, nearly spinning out, going through turn 2, turn 3 there. Now coming through turn 4. Let's see what he can do. Takes it a bit wide, but it was an amazing corner there. Hopefully, try and get as much time as possible. But fast, because it's the only person who's done one. I'm coming through. First turn 8. Turn 9 then. And then coming through. Now coming through turn 9 then. All the way up
We
onto
still have
the straight. It didn't look like he's
some
using
people.
any ERS. So it might mean he's not pushing this lap, he's just getting a warm-up lap for Williams. Which means the next one's
And now
actually
Eunice.
set. Lap will be Eunice.
Right, looking for us run. We have the Red Bull and Alfa Romeo close together. The Alfa Romeo giving that Red Bull a slipstream through turn 11 now as they both go. As the first lap time is going to be put in, and it is a 1:33.7 for Namzeski Polak, and surely that won't be good enough.
Eunice now coming up to the line. It's a 1:30.5. And that one now Raw Anger gets a 1:30.0. Yummy X Wavy got a 1:31.2. Autism got a 1:30.3. Oh, Swifty getting them provisional pole in Q2. Buzz, let's see if he's coming to the line. He can only get 7, but he does get the purple sector. Let's get a purple sector 1, I think. Or sector 3. Now, Flies, let's see what he can do. He can put himself in 4th. Let's see what Polak is doing.
Real quick, look at Discord. Anyway, we have Vax now starting their flying lap. They're going across the main straight now, starting their lap. What could it be? Forza driver that started on pole position last week. Could they take another pole position as they go nicely around turn 1 with a good exit to set themselves up nicely? Right into curb through turn 3 as we see
29.5 by Polak. 29.5.
29.5, and that is a heavy improvement from the Williams driver.
Wavy, you really need to improve your lap time, lad. That's Vax doing a 29.0 in the first sector. Vax now looks like he got the fastest sector 2. Now going around the last corner, let's see what he can get. Now going down the straight, he puts his DRS open, and he gets on provisional pole in Q2 with a 1:29.5. Amazing there.
And now Hams and DPR Roberts starting their outlap.
James is on his lap. Sector 1 is pushing them. I think we're going to come on now. And a very good sponsor. 107.7 in the second sector. I'm going around the last corner, see what we can get. He's coming through, trying to get best X. He gets a 130.0 fourth then. Now, it looks like DP Roberts and Karen on a lap time. DP Roberts in sector 2 can set a 107.6, so that's around 1/10 quicker than Hammers was around there.
And behind we have Colin Wine. What could they do? They have a 108.2, so quite slow from
DP Roberts coming across the line with a 129.79. Tim in fourth place. Definitely not tier 8 pace, I'd say. We're going to making that six now.
I mean, I got 128.9, so you know, get better than that, and then I'll consider it.
I'm only getting a 130.4, so we're best there. The only person that is outlap is Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Must be filled in.
And now we have Bax retiring from the session confident in their lap time, but someone who won't be confident is Conan. On an invalidated lap, they're not doing well, and they are going into pit lane. And I believe that was a new set of tyres wasted for the AlphaTauri driver.
Yummy now starting his lap. Now as we coming up into turn 1, we get it. Doesn't touch any of the curb there. Now as we turn 2 and turn 3, we see he puts in his DRS, draining all of his DRS up into gear 8, coming around turn 4, in gear 3, gear 4, gear 5, gear 6. He has 28.9 in the first sector. Now he's coming through.
But probably not enough, I'd say.
Turn 8. He gets it good going all the way down to gear 2 there now, all the way up to gear 7 with the DRS wide open and really wide right onto the curb. Doing an amazing wide line. And now it looks like in sector 2 his time will be a 107.7, but 3 and 800s, 3/10 up on his time here before. And now coming around the final corner, keeping a very steady pace then. And now getting on to the throttle, gets a DRS, and it's a 129.7, 5/10 up on his lap. He's now put himself in 4th. And now we're going to put ourselves on Swifty, as he said. He's now 30 spins. Swifty has spun. The Aston Martin and Swifty spun. Now he might try and get out onto the back into the track as a good release. I mean, here comes it. Looks like James then. He's right behind him, trying to warm up his tyres. Yellow's on 5s. Yellow's on, I think it's autism, yeah. Hey, CB Callum, he's going to be the. No, it's going to be Wavy, he's going to be the next person, she said, a lap in this next bunch of those. And Wavy is 3/10 up. He has a purple sector 1. Now coming through turn 7. He goes all the way down to gear 2, going up gear 3, gear 4, gear 5, punting all his DRS, turning, going down to gear 2 there, around 45 miles per hour. And now he's going up gear 4, gear 5, DRS open, and now gear 7, gear 8, going up to 190 miles per hour, turning turn 9. And now he comes through turn 10, and he gets a 107.8. He's 8/10 up on his time. He might need to improve by another 3 or 4/10 now, draining all the LRS, going up to the gear of 190 miles per hour. Now dropping down to gear 4, 90 miles per hour. Now going straight on the throttle. The gear 7, 70% battery, has DRS open. He gets it in 6th. The 130.029. I don't know if that will be enough though.
And now we have the checkered flag being waved as Swifty retires into the gravel.
Callum 3rd. Now autism, what does he get? He gets provisional pole in Q2. Now the Aston of Cow. He can only get 131.3. It's not good enough from him. Buzz 1.1 seconds up on his time. Let's see what he can get. Coming across the line, he gets provisional pole in Q2. Amazing.
And now we have this needing to upgrade on his time, and across the line he goes. It seems good, but is it good enough? Yes, it is. Up to P9, still very much in the danger zone. XD Wavy doesn't seem to be improving, and XD Wavy is now out, as I believe it was AlphaTauri improving to push XD Wavy down. Hams is badly improving. He needs to get first on.
How do we get provisional pole in Q2?
Hams now.
Hams is only a 10th up.
DPR Roberts is out crucially as they cross the second line.
Hams might be out here as well, but Hams can sneak himself. And he gets into P8. One of the Alpha drivers gone then of XD Wavy. Mate.
and Conan Wine now. Crucially up to P1 for the Q2 session. Leaving it where, I guess, picking up where they left off with P1 last race and they have P1 now, back now, through into P5.
The people who are out then are Cow and the Aston Martin Moore's 22 happy. And then you have SD Wavy in the other lane. I'm not too happy, but sorry. And then Unix in the McLaren 13th. TB Roberts maybe washing like you said.
Really happy about that one.
Only it's 12th. And Yummy in the Red Bull. It's P11.
Wait, Discord request.
Should we switch to thingy?
Yeah, game type leave party. I think I can. Wait. Can you hear me on VC or not? And hello. Tez, can you hear me? we're back to party chat after a bit of technical difficulty, but anyway, we have a 129 being set all around from P1 to P7.
Roberts.
And now we have still 3 rovers yet to set their lap time. That is Vax currently on pretty old tyres, I'd say, compared to Hams and Carnan. And could they set a good lap on those?
It looks like he's got a purple sector 1 with a 28.4 in the black. I'm coming around turn 7. See what he can get. The Alfa Romeo driver trying to impress his TP. Around turn 8. So ERS going all the way up to 190 now, it looks like, but now he's carrying a lot of speed and goes down to gear 4 though. And now he's on to gear 7. He gets a 107.6. And that is a fuel thing there, looks like. But he's now throwing all of his ERS into the 190s, carrying around the last corner. He's carrying a lot of speed then. And now let's see what he can get. He crosses the line only in 7th.
But Carnan's behind on the up to P8 for AlphaTauri driver. And now Vax yet to complete a full lap and validating their second one, and they have now opted to go into the pit lane.
Everyone to go on their first runs then.
And now most people in the pit lane now, as we have Conan now, being the only one left out on track, and they are shortly heading into pit lane, as yes they do. And most people now preparing for their final run, the final chance to nail it and have provisional pole position autism warning. I don't believe they've been especially great all throughout Q3 and Q1, but they're really showing their pace, whereas a 129.2 currently. Now, track layer, you have, of course, a hairpin at turn 1. Not really a hairpin, but then you have faster left-hander, followed by a right-hander through turn 2 and 3, and then you have a long run down with DRS to turn 4, starting the chicane of turn 5, 6, and 7, down to turn 8, and you have a bend round again. And then you have a short run down to the hairpin, and you need a good exit from turn 10. With DRS, you're going to have a run down at turn 11, and of course you have all that chicane through to turn 13, and then a long run down, but without DRS, 2, 10, 14, and 15 with separate corners, and then of course you have the straight again clockwise track here at Bahrain. Now everyone on that outlap, mostly Ham's now leading the way on an outlap. And this is their final time because by the time they cross the finish line, we wouldn't have 1 minute and 30 seconds for them to get around. So this is everyone's last chance to go and grab provisional pole position and maybe what will turn into pole position. Vax now, yet
I think Swifty's going out. I've never seen that Swifty running enough time.
Vax and Ferrari are slowing down actually. Through turn 4 they go. And someone who just came out of the pit lane is Swifty. And I believe they're going to be cutting across the track. If they want to have a go at it, they do seem to be trying to get to the line. But now Hams starting their final flying lap here in Q3. What could they do as they run down to turn 1 with DRS picking your brake-ins on the right for a right-hander, and then fast run down through turn 2, 3 and 4, and then run down to turn 4. What will happen here? It's a mostly flat right-hander.
3. It's turn 4. Which is sector 1 with a 28.6 returns off his time. Gets a sector 1. That's 5 you're looking at. Gets good turnaround to turn 7. Now let's see him go around to turn 8. Now little hairpin there. Swifty did not get across the line, so his only good time is going to be a 29.4.
Behind Aston Martin, we have Alfa Romeo setting the pace through sector 2. Could he keep this up and go through sector 3? He's going to need that time if he wants to grab provisional.
Gets a 107.2. I get a 107.2.
And starting the main straight now. He was late in Q1, joined late, only had 1 chance to perfect it, and could he grab provisional pole position? No, it's only 300ths of a second off.
5 now, going down the main straight. He can get in provisional pole.
And now behind him we have Roranger, and they grab provisional pole position. We're seeing improvement all across the board as Nevsky Polak now goes on provisional pole position consecutively.
Callum now coming through the last corner. He's now on the main straight. DRS open. He cannot get in provisional pole. And Cameron, no, can Autism get on provisional pole?
Across the line,
yes he can!
128 time. Forza has tried, but we're seeing the Ferrari and Red Bull now crossing the line.
Only gets to 6th. Vax,
Red Bull
using
now,
all the pace, he carried door 129.1, and it looks like Autism will be first.
Only up to P4, Forza man who started on provisional pole position, actually pole position in Austria and provisional. We have Nevsky Polak now, as a driver on that front row of the grid.
Swift not going out puts him all the way in 10th.
And we
that might have got him somewhere. He only gets in 10th.
We really saw improvements on everyone's last lap, as it looks like everyone but Swifty improved. And now it is out of qualifying and into the race we go. And will it be dry or wet? And it is a dry night race here in Bahrain. And in 2 minutes we will shortly have light out, and away we go for a 29 lap race around this 15 corner circuit. It's high speed, a lot of overtaking opportunities, seeing different strategies all around probably. And which strategy will prevail? It was a lot about strategy last time in Austria. Will it be the same case tonight? And we have lights out and away we go. It's like already, and who will get the better stuff? The Williams opted for the hard tires, and the Williams have got away well, and on the inside of the Haas now, they are past the Haas on the inside for turn 1, and they take the lead, and Red trying to follow.
The Williams are fast.
We have an Alpine
all the way up in 10th.
turn 1.
All the way up in 8th now. Hannah's in 7th.
But we have the Haas coming back at
so
the
many
Williams
positions
on the outside, and they do grab it, and the AlphaTauri of Rorangan now.
And it's like he goes a little bit wide there. Yanni's off with Swifty. It looks like DP Roberts losing a place on McLaren. He's getting it back. The Alpine now taking on the McLaren of Eunice. A massive battle between these two here. Just 5 is getting overtaken by the bias.
And now we have Red Bull running wide through turn 10.
So wide. Novak Polak now behind both of the AlphaTauris. They're going down the inside. It looks like no, backing off. Thinking it's doing really well. Polak really backing pace, it looks like. As Buzz goes down the inside for 4th. XT Waving overtaken by Wee Callum.
And now we have Autism 1 in with a good start to extend their lead to 2.3 seconds now. And a Haas
really
of Wee Callum down inside of Hams, but not working. But they are going to run side by side.
Do you think Wavy will be able to try and... Wavy now gets in front of the Haas of Wee Callum. Come on.
And now there's a Ferrari on the inside of Carnan. Could they make a move? They're going to force AlphaTauri out wider.
They're getting very close to the back of Vax.
And now getting a better exit.
Buzz is in front of Carol.
For Buzz.
Really hear that echo from you there.
Yeah, I think we sort of switched the game these way now. Just constantly keep talking minimizes the echo.
Five gets in front of DP Roberts. Ahmed's trying to make his overtake on back.
Wee Callum touching the rear wheel of XD Wavy, and XD Wavy now not with a good getaway, but they have lane sideline as and
spun out.
he was hit behind by his Alpine driver of just 5, and now
Ahmed's now under pressure from Vax though. He's trying to come around the outside. Goes pretty deep. Touches the rear wheel of Ahmed's. Oh, DP Roberts now up in 7th. Looks like Tobias has made a mistake. He's now spinning around on the track.
And here we go. TVX was trying to get up to P2 here. Will he move up? Will he pull them?
Now in front of Raw Anger going side by side. Really, but Buzz is now into P2. Amazing from him. Autism getting fastest lap. Vax really try and get the move on Hammers. Now,
and now DPR
looks like he's going to try and move down the inside. He goes very, very deep though, but it looks like he might just be able to stick the move.
And we have Mercedes off at turn 1, and they have
DP Roberts
because of it. They've gone straight on, and
there's behind Vax, trying to look close to the inside, nearly making contact with him. Wavy behind his teammate. DP Roberts getting very close to Mr. K. Wheeler. Let's see what he can do. Doesn't look like he's in full out attack right
on
now.
the outside of the McLaren on hard tyres. They have less grip, but they managed to pull that move off. And now we have Vax now on the back of the Williams of Noveski Polak. They're going to try and get back up the grid as they felt.
Right, Unit trying to come back on now, but he doesn't manage to.
And Vax having to slightly back off and tapping the rear wheel of Noveski Polak. But now they've got a good exit from turn 13.
Doesn't look like Vax will be able to catch Noveski Polak. He's dropping down the temps. He gets an amazing run over the final corner. Now he's getting all the slipstream. He goes in the inside. He's now got one wheel onto his back wheel. He's now, but it looks like Noveski Polak just getting enough space, but Vax shooting down the inside. Vax.
And
it looks like Noveski Polak
will have some
being
DRS
overtaken.
to help him get past the Red Bull again. And
James trying to go around the outside. Noveski Polak just not giving him enough space.
Alfa Romeo driver.
Come on.
And now we have Autism 1 in, extending their lead to 4 seconds ahead of P2, who is currently in a fight of their own.
A real battle's going on.
The DRS train.
James doesn't get the exit that he wants to try and get onto the Noveski Polak. 3.5 tenths down.
And now, crucially,
Wavy
will have no DRS for now on the back of Khan, and will it stay that way? As
Tobias now then.
And now Noveski Polak seems to be falling off the Red Bull, and this leaves them open to the Alfa Romeo drivers as they run a bit wide through the final corner now. And this leaves them open for Hams to overtake, but up ahead we have the two AlphaTauri still fighting, but could Hams make a move? And actually Wavy going down inside of both of them, and they touch the wheels.
Is attacking Wavy, looks like he's backed out of it. Really spinning out. Oh, he pushes thighs wide. He goes on the gravel. James now in 8th. Trying to get in front of the Noveski Polak, nearly touching the back of him.
You might need to speak to your driver.
Lads, calm it down, lads. Calm it down, lads.
Oh, the Red Bull locking up a bit. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, but that seems to have lost them no time.
James, will we get the good exit?
He has some ERS, but
he has
not
ERS
it now.
It's not stick. Noveski Polak only having 15%. James having 60%.
Going wide and getting overtaken
How?
again by his Alpine.
Now he's down in 12th. DP Roberts in 10th.
And it seems like DPR Roberts is joining this DRS train now.
That's 5 getting close to Alice. Wavy's really been the battle for 6th between Noveski Polak and Hams is really just bringing the pack together.
Crucially, Hams has to overtake if he wants to break this DRS train. And could he pull a move off? He's going to be so close. And the Williams forcing him out wide. He runs into the rear wheel of the Williams, but
he's inside, but he still manages to get the move done. Hams into the 7th. He still has a DRS as well. I know it looks like Fires might try and go round the outside, but the wind's giving him no space. Seeing him pushing Hams off there around 2 times when he was trying to overtake around that corner. Really trying to do as much defence as possible. Oh, Noveski Polak nearly spinning out there. And just Fires is Mr. K. Milo looks like going off a bit wide. Giannis went off a bit wide.
And it looks like XD Wavy will let Hammers through as he goes off the race in line.
Swifties touched the back of Weak Allen and he spun. Now all the way down in P16 after trying to get that fight to P12.
And we have LaFerrari off at, I believe that is turn 7. They are in the gravel, I believe, and they have lost a lot of time. They done well in Austria.
Wavy let his teammate Hammers in front. And now it looks like Noveski Polak is...
But up ahead of them, we have Conan and Wine getting past their teammate on the street. Did not have to wait until the break in front of one to find that out.
Raw anger.
And
goes really deep into that first corner though.
That's going to leave them vulnerable, but managing to keep P3.
It looks like XX Raw anger is letting Karen go in front. The good of the team, it looks like. Hammer is pulling away from XD Wavy. He's losing time to Noveski Polak. That's now only 2 tenths on him. Raw anger. Looks like he is pushing. He's only got 25% ERS left. Ham's on 37, Wavy on 13, and Noveski Polak on 14. We can still on 56 and Fire's on 60.
Vax now on the tail of Alpha.
Vax doesn't get the exit they wants. So now, nearly spinning out there. Doesn't look like he has that much of the grip there.
And now Noveski Polak is taking advantage of those mediums now, wearing out and falling off a cliff if you'd like. And on those hard tyres which are probably coming to life. And I think you need to tell both of your drivers to let XD Wavy on the DRS of Hams. And now Conan, close on the tail of the Ferrari, but unable to pull a move off. They're going to have another chance through turn 4. Could they make this move? There's 2 tenths behind now, and by the break, they're already going to be ahead of the Ferrari and waiting for them to get past.
And goes deep though. Maybe Buzz might be able to get it, but no, Buzz is not at the exit speed then. Noveski Polak getting very close to XD Wavy. XD Wavy's lost a lot of time. That's why I think he should get moved down to tier 5 and we will win a bunch of races.
What do you mean? He's getting moved down to tier 8.
Is he?
Yeah. I think
he might be
radical, but you know.
I think he might be getting moved down there. I don't think so.
And now
Noveski Polak getting
the gearbacks of Alfa Romeo. They're going to go on
the outside line.
Romeo, but
Wavy just sticking himself in there. Now he will have the outside line. Noveski Polak now in front. It's Wavy has the outside of this corner. XD Wavy has just got in front of Noveski Polak.
But is that what you'd want with the RS for the main street coming up? And what will happen now as Noveski Polak seems destined to pull a move off, coming into turn 1 as
very good exit speed, using all of his ERS. Wavy has none ERS left, and looks like Fire's might make the overtake on him from the outside. Wavy really doesn't look like he has the pace. Noveski Polak going really, really deep. Fire's getting contact with XD Wavy, and now DP Roberts is in the mix for P8. Fire's goes round the outside.
And now DP Roberts trying to switch back on XD Wavy, but not working as they hit the rear tyre of the Alfa Romeo. And now they're still running very close to each other. What could happen here?
Very big battle.
We have Conan and One now closing the gap a bit to Autism 1 in, I do believe, was a 4.4 gap now.
DP Roberts hitting the back of XD Wavy. Now Vax see DP Robert. Will he try and it looks like he's trying to push for XD Wavy, trying to get them down on this. I mean, Alpha remains doing well, kind of. Need more big points though. 10 right now.
And now back on the back of AlphaTauri. They seem destined to pull the move off and get back.
He has the DRS, but so does Raw Anger. It looks like Raw Anger might just. It doesn't look like Vax is gaining enough.
Roberts on the back of XC Wavy. It looks like they had a bad exit, and DPR Roberts will use all their ERS to get past and barely pulling the move off. XD Wavy seems defenseless to upcoming Mercedes.
Lost so many places in the last couple laps now. It looks like Giannis went off there. Just Fies trying to get the move on the Rescue Polak.
Outside of just Fies.
The Rescue Polak. They're going side by side, but Fies just pulls out of the move.
Vax now
Wavy just doesn't.
Back of AlphaTauri, who goes wide through turn 10. This leaves them vulnerable to the Red Bull, who has ERS.
He comes back.
Move off. He's on the inside. They're
he might try and come down the inside. Will he try and make some contact? No. Just pulls out of the move a bit there.
He was forced into that inside a bit too much
Wavy.
to the inside to pull the move off as Swifty on Eunice.
Looks like Fies had a little bit of a moment there as he's now down to P10.
And now
looks like
trying to pull a move
Robert,
off on
AlphaTauri. Vax getting very close. Does he have the better exit? It looks like he might. No, maybe not. As Raw Andy using his ERS and he's got the DRS. Cow trying to make the move on just Flies.
And now Vax pulling the move off on Roranga, but they're going to stick.
Roranga still had the inside. Oh.
And the Vax will have DRS now, and slowly that will help them keep P4 now. As they look up.
Roranga nearly hitting the back of Vax there.
Fies now pulling the move off on Aston Martin. We have people pitting for some hard tyres now. And it looks like Aston Martin gets forced out wide and drops to P11 now.
It looks like Giannis and Evict, and even people like Yummy, and even Tobias has pitted. And Mr. K. Wheeler, he's pitting onto new set mediums.
Vax and Buzz seem
it's like Tobias, what's happened here?
Tires.
It's like he I think he had a moment there.
Vax now on the back of TVX Buzz. They're on the same tyres, but TVX Buzz will have no DRS ahead, and they're trying to use the remainder of their ERS. They have none. And now this leaves them vulnerable to Vax. Will they try to move, or are they a bit too far back from the Ferrari? They're gaining a
little bit too far
now, and it's going to be 3 tenths going into braking zone, and it looks like the Ferrari.
Maybe you can try and make it next lap on that real big straight in sector 2. Potential overtaking it. Vax. Oh, Vax looks like he's not getting very good exit out of that.
And now XD Wavy seems to be falling off as Williams driver of Novsesky Polak. They seem to be needing to come into the pit lane for some new tyres.
Into P8. Now then.
But behind we have the Red Bull of
it looks like DP Roberts has appeared.
We have Vax on the back of TVX Buzz. Could they pull a move off? They're going to be on the rear wing of the Ferrari going into braking zone of turn 11. And they're going to stay behind. And they were very close into the braking zone, but unable to pull a move off.
Will he try and make the move into the next straight, or will they both go diving into the pit lane?
both opting to stay out now, and Vax will have a great slipstream on the back of the Ferrari, who is left defenseless without any ERS, and down the inside.
Going down the inside was an easy move for him now then.
But the Ferrari tries to switch back, not working. But they will have
nothing. He cannot attack back. How now? Fighting with just fires. He's gaining on XD Wavy. XD Wavy now getting back. Time they lost. Just fires, looking like he might try and make the move into this corner. Just fires, he does hit the rear wheel of Cow. Cow now behind. Cow still trying to leave himself in. Oh, it looks like hitting. And now just fires, goes real dive bomb there. Now just fires, he has the outside of the, just fires, pulling out of his move in the hairpin. And now it looks like a collision then with Wee Callum. He's not down to 17. Just fires, has it on the straight in sector 2. Cow still trying to make it through them. Cow now going round the outside to make like him.
And now we have P1 currently, autism warning, going into pit lane, and what tyres will those be? It will solely be hard tyres. Yes, it will be one of the first drivers in the top 10 to pit.
But Vax is also in the pit lane, and so is just fine.
XD Wavy now getting a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
But not what you want from your driver.
And now Vax will come out in P8, and autism warning up to P7, and it might be P6. As they try to switch back onto Aston Martin, who will have less.
Wavy goes down all the way to P12. So DP Roberts' undercut really worked for him then.
And now, autism warning on the back of Aston Martin. They're going to pull a move off on the inside into turn 10, and Aston Martin is left defenseless to the attack from Zas. But could they come back? They will have some DRS, but they won't fight it, knowing that Haas is on a different strategy. And now Mr.
I was on the hot, so they can still move for a bit longer.
And Hams now, and
Mercedes of Jesus is Mercedes of Milan's not looking very good there. Buzz is coming into the pit lane. Hammers is also coming into the pit lane. The two AlphaTauris are staying out.
I'm not quite sure why the Ferrari was going slowly, but they were, and now it is 1-2 for AlphaTauri.
Right now, your provisional leader is autism warning. It looks like DP Roberts has made the move on Hams. So that undercut really worked from DP Roberts. A provisional P6 or P5 there. Or maybe even a P4 maybe. Amazing strategy from him.
I wouldn't be too sorry about that one.
Hammers and Bars still want to warm up their tyres because they're on hards.
And Mr. Wheeler now going on medium tyres to the end of the race, possibly. They're hoping for a safety car as they run in P11 currently.
Wavy does not look like he will get points. Oof. Mr. K. Wheeler trying to make the move on Yummy. Nearly smashing right into his rear wing.
And now we have C.
Now coming into the pits. Will it be a double stack by the AlphaTauris though?
I don't get what Raw Anger is doing quite on 15 lap all the medium tyres. Everyone else pitted quite before. Maybe they're trying to extend onto some soft tyres, but Amputee
now is losing places rapidly whilst in the pit lane. Not a good strategy from him.
There is a huge
but he will go onto the medium tyres. Mr. K Wheeler trying to make his move on Yummy. Not making it stick though. Wavy behind him. Autism warning. Gaining on the Vesky Polak.
He's on all tyres, and this might be a fight for no reason for Nevesky Polak. Will he just let Zahas go? I believe he will have no choice but to let Lahas go, and let's see what they do as this Haas seems to be held up by Williams, and could they already pull the move off? They're going to try send it down the inside for turn 13, and that is quite a good overtake.
Is Karen coming in? Karen's not coming in. Is Raw Anger going to come into the pit lane? Raw Anger is also staying out. Will he try and extend these mediums so far that they can go on to the softs? I think that might be his strategy.
Behind autism warning, actually.
That might be his strategy, but I don't think it's a very good one if he wants to try and push for a podium. If you want to try and push for that podium, I don't think this strategy is done unless he's on hard tyres. Mr. K Wheeler's getting for Yummy. Yummy now trying to fight back. Yummy nearly gets spun out there. Swady, I think, hit the back of his car. Wait, they both have DRS. Yummy, will he send it down the inside of Mr. K Wheeler? He will. And they make a little bit of contact to the rear wheel. Oh, Wavy hitting the back of Yummy again. Jesus. Back Polak is losing time rapidly. Already like 2.5 seconds down.
On the back of DPR Roberts, who seems to be losing time compared to everyone else. He does undercut, but now he's under pressure from Hams, who is on newer tyres than the Mercedes.
Aaron's not coming in. It's Raw Anger. Raw Anger's also staying out. It doesn't look like the strategy's working for them though.
If you extend it,
autism has gained like 1.5 seconds.
And Ham's now on the back of
Vesky Polak is now coming into the pit.
Now we have yellow flags, and I believe that is Amputee Effort, who is off again.
And he also resets the track.
And Ham's now on the back of the Mercedes. He's gaining rapidly and up to P6. Hams goes on the Mercedes, tries to fight it, sending it down inside and getting spun out at turn 1 by the Alfa Romeo of Hams. Who?
Yes, Wavy. Wavy in a battle with Yummy. Tries to go around the outside. Now the inside into this corner. Wavy also has DRS. But so does Yummy. They're going side by side. Now coming round into turn 4, it looks like. And Wavy hitting the rear wheel with his tyre. He's turning into him. Yummy has just turned into XD Wavy. Yummy turning into XD Wavy. What's that one about? Only FIA coming straight onto that.
FIA decision is the Red Bull tried to do a Grosjean.
Only FIA straight on that incident.
That was very reminiscent of Grosjean.
Will Karen come in? Karen's not coming in. What is the strategy? I figure out the theory.
And now DPR Roberts losing time.
Raw Anger is finally coming in, but I think it's a lot, very, very late for him to come in now. I think if he goes on to hards, that was a wasted. On to stop still, so 11 laps.
Soft tyres.
11 laps on soft tyres.
And now you hope to come out ahead of the Alpine, but will it happen? both Alpines now going down the main straight and now up to full speed for Roaring. They seem to have come out ahead of P8, and they have some.
It does look like Raw Angus tyres. Raw Angus tyres will go by the end though.
And there's
XT Wavy trying to go. Oh, XT Wavy hitting the rear tyre of the unit.
Amputee Everett retiring on track.
Oh, that's like.
That might be a safety car.
Like a bunch of penalty points or bans or something.
That might be a safety car. They're out on track. No, it won't be.
Yeah. He was really not happy with the Mercs, Alpines, and McLaren, saying, "Someone teach them how to brake."
I haven't been kept up to tabs on Discord, and Frank now gaining on DPR Roberts. And now Khan and Wine, they're opting to stay out more on those hard tyres. They seem to be going on some soft tyres to the end. Probably you wouldn't extend this far and go onto medium. So let's see what happens here. As now we have Swifty on the tail of the Alpine, who doesn't have any DRS. But Williams behind of Novzeski Polak got a better exit and set in the fastest lap. They go up to P10 and it might soon, as Aston Martin breaks quite late compared to Novzeski Polak. And now Aston Martin taking a P10 as we have yellow
Wavy looks like he got
Mercedes, who is off, and it's not DPR Roberts.
Milan is off there.
I wished it was DPR Roberts. I was quite hopeful.
That's Tobias getting that position on him then. He's went off there. Swifty is round. Swifty is round. He's now down to P15. Come on, baby. You can still get some points. Oh, yes, Penbo.
Could they make a move? Coming into turn 11. They're going fast, and Alpine has
no Polak going the outside. Get down before the corner.
Inside. Going too much on the curb, they don't get a good exit and have to give up P9.
Rumania gaining on DP Roberts.
And slowly they'll have the move done out of turn 15.
Cameron staying out for another lap. This is a very, very risky strategy. Will Raw Anger get the move done on the main straight now, setting the fastest lap as well? He goes down the inside. It's not even a question. DP Roberts can't even fight it into the corner. He has no defence to that move. The soft white tyres just too quick for him.
He will have DRS now and try to pull the move off. No.
Mr. K. Wheeler's in the pits. Wavy's up into P11. Come on.
Hams now. He's going to be attacked by Alfari of Rorenga on soft tyres, and might he just lose P5? Let's see.
It's like Karen, if he comes into the pits, he might just try and get in front of the people like Bars and Hammers and Raw Anger. Let's see, is he going to stay out for another lap?
And no, they're coming into
the pits. It looks like he is coming into the pits. Karen is finally coming into the pits, and it looks like he will put it onto the soft tyres.
And yes, just below.
It does look like he's really ruined his podium chances, though, as he looks like he might come behind. Yeah.
He comes out in some clean air.
Does he comes out in front? He comes out behind.
Be Alfa Romeo, but it seems like they've got it done and into P4 for Conan. seems to have more or less calmed down now. But Eunice closing up at 2p12. Weak Allen couldn't pull the move off into turn 4. They're gonna stick behind Zahas.
And the softs. See, will he go for this podium? It looks like the podium is very.
You know what? Can you just commentate? Tier 8 FYA report has come out, and I want to look at this.
Yes, and now Noveski Polak, he's trying to gain or just fight his yellow sectors now. See Noveski Polak, does he have a rush speed to get in front of 5? No, he doesn't. He now will have the DRS, but 5 is coming into the. Looks like he was going to come into the pit lane. A fake by 5 then. Very big fake. FIA reports. Jeez, 18, 19 incidents. My lord. Messi Polak. Yeah, there's like 18 clips between you and Fast Movies. Messi Polak's gained second on just 5 then. Sector 1 caution. Is that Milan again? Yes, it is. You probably would have thought it was going to be Roberts. Yudis going off right there. Now James, James being overtaken by Raw Angle. Karen is now all the way up into P2. This could be a charge for P1 then. The soft tyres might have been the straps. Raw Angle's soft tyres might go away towards the end of the Grand Prix. So James needs to stay put on Raw Angle. It doesn't look like XT Wavy will be getting any points for the Alfa Romeo. Anyone below XT Wavy might not be the time. And there's not gaining much. Karen though, he's gaining so much. It looks like this could be a battle for first here. So what is going to happen between Karen and Autism Warning? And also, James looks like he's gaining on Raw Anger a bit. It looks like I don't know if Raw Anger's tyres are going, but James is starting to gain a bit of time on them. Looks like TVX bars went off there in the last corner. Karen put that it's now into 3 point. It's now like a 3.4, 3.3, 3.2. Very, very, very close. Karen closing this gap down. James is overtaken Raw Anger. Now, come on. So it looks like Raw Anger's tyres are starting to fall off. like random. Nothing. This is sector yellow's in sector 2. Who's that? That might have been that, but I don't really know. Oh yeah, autism warning. Seeing Tobias, it looks like. Laughing at him. Karen. Karen on the hunt to try and get autism. 2.1. But that was under 2 seconds. It might be a chance. There could be a very good chance for Karen. It was under 2 seconds in his lap. Yeah, this could be, if Karen can get it to around 1.5 at the end, it's basically an automatic win for him. Coming around to full there, and we're seeing him go through turn 5. He's now turn 7, now coming up to turn 8. It's now, the gap's only 1.4. Oh, very, very, very close then. Getting a lot of time, it looks like. Pass. Oh, Karen does go off. Why? That gives autism around a 2-second cushion now. Massive mistakes like this could cause Karen second, not first. He really needs to be in full concentration. Raw anger losing time to Hammers as those softs are starting to wear off. EP Roberts on 14 lap hard tyres. Aaron 1.7 now. Has an amazing strategy going on here. Hammers in P5 is very good for him. Wavy P11, Cowan P10, just fires in P9. But it looks like the real big fight going on is for P1. Karen and autism. Who is going to get in front? Karen now it's only 1.2 seconds. He might want to stay behind to buy it. Oh, he's losing it in that corner once again. Do you realize he's just ghosted? Keep making mistakes into that corner. It's not good enough. It looks like that might be it. Autism is really gaining that. And now it's back down to like 1.8. So,
and now Voranga seeming to stick onto the back of Hams, but not managing to pull an overtake off. I just don't believe they've got enough pace. They'll have to get it done this lap or next lap, as their tyres seem to have fallen off. By the way, you should definitely check tier 8 chat if you have access to that. You should definitely check it.
Check what? The tier 8?
Yeah, tier 8.
There's 19 incidents. 3 penalty points for Ross G, FA. 3 penalty
I've got
points
3
for
penalty points. I think Postcope got 8.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got 5 penalty points. Powell's got 3. Jesus.
I've got
There's
3.
so many, bro. 5 penalty points for my driver. 5 penalty points for Liam. 3 penalty points to Ross G. 3 penalty points to
time. I got 3 seconds, 3 seconds, and just 6 seconds. It looks like 6 seconds. And Fosco, the goth.
My person's got 11. My teammate.
Imagine. No, he's
In
gonna be
one
fine.
race.
Khan and Y now getting into DRS of Autism 1 in starting the final lap. It looks like we are going to have a battle on our hands as Rorang now seems to be right on the tail of Hams and now seems to be pulling closer to the Alfa Romeo, who seems to be defenseless. Going into the last lap, Hams trying to move around but not working as Rorang now takes
Aaron getting closer and closer and closer to Autism Warning. The two Alpha Touries could make big moves in the last lap.
And now Khan and Wine, they have to stick very close to the back of Autism Warning.
Let's see, Wavy is pitted onto softs. Might be going for the fastest lap. See, but he can't. It looks like he has one shot. Oh, Karen he has DRS. Will he be able to make it? He's going to go down the inside. Karen, now up into P1. Does Autism have a response? Going down the inside. Autism now up in there. Karen now letting it be. Trying to do the switchback. Hits the back of Autism. Karen now gaining. He goes down. He's on the inside. He's made the move. It looks like Karen will be your tier 4 Bahrain champion then. Amazing strategy by him. Autism in second.
And now Hams might just come back as AlphaTauri onto the last lap. He's got a good getaway from turn 15. Could it be? And Alfa Romeo 5th place. No, they'll have to stay behind. Only 2 tenths separate P5 and 6. As now everyone else crosses the line. No further changes, but
XP Wavy. I want to see if he really went for that fastest lap.
And is he going to get it? It won't really matter. Because he won't get a point if he's already out of the point.
No, it doesn't look like he got the fastest sector 2, so I don't think he will.
He doesn't even have any ERS to use, or any DRS, of course, so... And it is. Khan and Wine going across the line like they did in Austria to win. It's 2 wins on the bounce towards AlphaTauri of Khan and Wine, and they win alongside the Red Bull and Haas, taking P2 and P3 respectively. And it was a good race.
EP Roberts gets driver of the day. I know you like him.
No, not really. Was he overtook by Nozeski Polak in the end or what? I'm gonna look at that one. Nozeski Polak not managing to get enough on DPR Roberts. Oh yeah, look what I ended you out on, by the way, on Discord.
I won't say it here, because I get banned for life.
Seriously. Oh, I love that.
I mean, national, we have to look at race directors. So that is your results then.
And that is the end of the stream. Oh, goodbye.